So while we don't know what the future holds for Assassin's Creed at this point, there have been some interesting surveys going out that ask everyone what kind of RPG elements they would like to see in a future installment, including crafting different gear pieces, choices that impact the world, and way more. So I wanted to take a look at them in this video, tell you what I think of them, and this also gives us a good idea of what we might expect in a future game. So if you enjoy that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. So actually the survey was posted a while back on Reddit by user Bruno HM, but I thought now that we are eager to learn more about the future of the Assassin's Creed series, information like this is really interesting to take a look at, because high chance that we might see it in a future title. Since Ubisoft sends out these surveys for years now, and if we for example look at one from 2011, we see some potential settings that have now turned into new games, like Victorian England, Ancient Egypt, and the American Revolution. So let's take a look at the choice options we got by the question, what kind of RPG elements would you like to see in a future Assassin's Creed game? The first one revolves around crafting, because of course Origins was the first big step into making Assassin's Creed more of an RPG series, and this turned out well for Ubisoft because Origins has way more average playtime than the previous Assassin's Creed games. So it looks like the next game will be even more of an RPG. So the first option reads, craft a large variety of weapons with resources you find in the world. So I would imagine that you can then mine ore, for example, or other materials to then create special weapons. And to be honest, this sounds really cool. I mean, I enjoy the weapon system we have in Assassin's Creed Origins, and there are a ton of weapons in the game, but earning those weapons is too much based on luck right now. When I, for example, make a top 5 weapons video, most of it is like, yeah, this weapon is in a hacker chest, or yeah, I have to have luck that the enemy drops this certain weapon. The Curse of the Pharaohs DLC did a great job of giving you a ton of the weapons for killing special bosses or completing side missions, but I think that crafting would be an awesome part in this as well. That you could really like go out into the world to look for certain materials for that specific weapon that you want to make. That you can build towards that. And that like higher quality weapons are like hidden in special caves with bosses in there, or like certain convoys that are way stronger than other ones. It could really like push you in different directions, where right now you could like easily ignore some parts of the game because there are better ways to make money. So why focus on the convoys, for example? It would be really cool if a crafting system like this was in place, where you could really say, oh, I want to get this weapon, so I'm going to get it by like earning different materials. So the second line is kind of in line with this, crafting your own tools, special boosters, potions, and also spells. Interesting to see what that will be. I think this could be cool, but only if it was like fun to collect these resources. You don't want it to become a drag, that you have to look for specific plants in order to craft that potion, then you will just easily ignore it. I want to grab this one in here as well, since again it falls in line too. Build your armor set by choosing pieces of armor you want to use. So a helmet and chest is noted, but of course also boots or legs and stuff like that. So right now, of course, the look of your armor, or in Origins case, your outfit, does not impact the game. But I think a much deeper system, just like in other RPGs, would be awesome, giving you way more stuff to collect as well, apart from focusing on the weapons. I like the fact that you can change the look of your character at any time and will not have like any consequences on your gameplay, because if there were like 2 powerful outfits, they would be way more enticed to wear the stronger outfits and leave the older ones behind. So this could be cool, but only if there was like a separate slot for your look, that you can also have like an outfit that fully changes your appearance like right now, or that you can like separate the look from the stats of your armor. So you can like equip the best armor in the game, but that you could still look like someone rocking a low-level suit. So yes, I totally have some strong ideas about this, but there are some lines we can also go over a little bit faster. For example, the ability to choose among a large variety of abilities and skills to build your own fighting style. I mean, this would be awesome, of course, as well. I really like the combat for Origins, but being able to choose what skills I use, maybe over others, would create a way deeper system and would make the combat way more fun. The next one is interesting, the ability to fully create your character, gender, face, body shape, etc. And it's interesting because I think that this feature of an RPG would not fit the Assassin's Creed series at all, at least not in the single player mode. Having a strong character like Bayek is really something that makes Assassin's Creed great in my opinion, so having your own character that will probably then be silent all the time could really like damage the narrative, I think. So for a multiplayer component of Assassin's Creed Origins, sure. Otherwise you have the same characters run around all the time. But for the single player I would say no, stick to strong main characters. The next one I think would indeed fit Assassin's Creed a lot, and that is see that your actions and choices have an impact on the world and story. So yes, I think it would be awesome even if it only applied to the side quest, for example, because I could see why it would be tricky to do this in the main missions. Because if different people have different outcomes, how will that apply to the other games in the series? But yeah, for side quest this totally could work. It's a core part of the RPG, so I think that if Assassin's Creed wants to evolve, then this is totally something that it has to embrace. And another choice option also falls in line with this, the ability to choose between different lines of dialogue, which will influence the outcome of the conversations and story. So yes, please, I would say. Upgrade the stats of your weapons, armor with resources you find in the world, and looking at the amount of time resources and finding stuff in the world is noted, totally makes me think that this is something we will see in the next game. That the world will be filled with stuff that you can find, so exploring the world really rewards you with more equipment. So yes, being able to upgrade stats of weapons with resources would be cool. Or maybe a system where if you use a weapon a ton of times you can upgrade it as well, and then for example level up one of the perks, or maybe add a new perk to the weapon, stuff like that. Would be really awesome in my opinion. Customize your outfit and weapons with new colors and engravements. So again, the amount of lines about customization shows you that upgrading your character in the next game will likely be way deeper than it is now. And yes, of course, being able to change more stuff is always great, because if you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but give the option to people that want to. Same goes for the line upgrade and customize your mount, a chariot or battleship. Again, awesome, although I think that the focus should first be on developing deeper equipment systems before like being able to change your mount. Recruit and customize your allies, army or naval crew is an interesting one as well. So we have a very light system in Origins right now, like free rebels to let them fight for you. So yes, I think a more deeper system would be cool, but only if they go in like all the way. Like we see in Far Cry 5 for example, where you really have companions that you can count on that offer a different set of abilities. If the next Assassin's Creed also has like characters with personality and unique skill sets that you can take with you, that would be really awesome, but only if it goes like really deep like the Far Cry 5 system. So this line follows this feature: upgrade and customize secondary characters, NPCs, animal companions. Again, if we see this feature, I think it would be cool, because right now we have animal companions, but they are kind of useless. So yes, this would be cool, but only if they go in like all the way. So looking at these choices, it does give you a great idea of where Ubisoft wants to take the series next. Origins introduced some RPG elements, and it looks like the next installment will flesh them out even more, giving you more choice to customize your loadout, gear, abilities, and maybe also have an impact on the world as well. What do you think of these potential new RPG systems that we might see in an upcoming Assassin's Creed game? Let me of course know in the comments down below. When we know more about the future of Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed Origins, I will of course let you know, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on that. Drop a like to support the channel, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.